Okay, so I'm about to apply my eyeshadow, and I have my foundation on and a little bit of blush. I'm going to use, I have concealer on as a base, and I'm also going to use this, it's Estee Lauder Double Wear, and it's a shadow cream, and this is going to keep my makeup in place. And I'm just going to use my fingers, and I'm going to put this all over. And I could use this, you know, if I just wanted to do like a real quick look, I can wear this as eyeshadow too. It's just real neutral. You know, I can apply this all over. Alright, now doing the natural look. Basically how I do the basic natural look is I'll put a light shade on my lid, a light on my eyebrow, a more neutral color right here on the middle of the lid, and then I'll go in and on the edges and the crease I'll do a darker color. So I'm going to show you how I do that. Okay, I'm going to use, and this is an e.l.f. brush, and it's just a regular eyeshadow brush. So for that, I'm going to use something that's going to kind of show up but not be too white. So I'll use this. This is Estee Lauder Crystal Sand Shimmer. I like to use a Clinique. This is the 111 Cocoa Latte. And it's perfect for neutral, but as you can see, I've pretty much used all of that. And maybe I could try to use it because I really like this. So, I'm gonna go on the lid, and I'm just patting that on there. Pat that on my lid. And make sure I'm kind of patting and blending at the same time. And I'll go all the way up and stop right at the crease. Okay. And I'm also going to put some of this right underneath my eyebrow. And as you can see, I'm just patting it on there. I'm going to kind of bring it down a little bit so I can blend that in. So, pat it right underneath my eyebrow. And take the brush down and blend it down. Put a little bit more on there. Okay. Now I'm going to take, and this is that real neutral color, I'm going to take this color right here, and it's pretty much a brown almost, and I'm going to put that right above that crease, and I'm going to fill in between the, right below the eyebrow. I'm not going to go quite all the way up there, but I'm just filling this in. I'm going to kind of pat and blend as I'm going. And again, like I said, this is just a real everyday neutral type color. I'm actually getting ready for an interview, so I don't really need anything dramatic. Just kind of blending as I go. Okay, now that I have that on there, I'm going to go back and I'm going to put a little bit more right there on my eyelid. And that's just for accent. And this is a light color. Whatever color you choose to use for that. Just going to dab it on there. Okay, now I'm going to go, and this is the color that I'm going to use for the outside in the crease. Now, I like to use a brush like this, and this brush is kind of rounded. This is Urban Decay, and I'm going to use the deeper color. And that's going to be your darker shade. And I'm going to take this and just kind of make like a circle right there on the outer corner. And then I'm going to take it in right on the crease. I'll make a little circle and then go in the crease. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. A little circle. And in the crease. Circle and in the crease. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to get this brush and I'm going to use that for blending. And I'm going to start on the edge and I'm going to take this brush and I'm just going to sweep all the way, start from the outside and keep blending until that softens up and take it all the way into the inside. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And I'm just blending it very lightly. I'm going to blend it. Okay, and I'm going to step back, take a look, see how that looks. And I'm going to add more of a lighter color to the lid. I think I'm going to use this Midnight in this Urban Decay. And I'm taking my flat brush. It's a little bit angled on this side, and on this side it's straight up and down. So I'm going to use the angled side, and I'm just going to put my brush in there like this. And this is pretty shimmery, so I don't want to get too much. And then I'll just go right underneath my eyebrow. And that is the highlight. Okay, now do the same thing. Just pat that in there. And again, I'm going to go right underneath the eyebrow. As you can see, that gives a real nice highlight. Okay, I'm going to take the same brush and I'm going to use this, I'm going to put it in this deeper shadow that I used. And I'm going to start from the outside and go into my crease. And I'm just kind of sweeping that in there in the crease. And again, oh, I put the wrong color. Okay, so again, this is a deeper, starting from the outside and sweep right in the crease. going to take my brush and I'm going to blend that, because I don't want just that white part just showing. And again, I like to use my fingers. I just take my fingers and blend it. And I'm just going to blend it on the edge. And I really like this Clinique color. I don't know what color it is, but it's almost gone anyway, because it's not so white whenever you make the highlight. So I kind of rubbed some of the white off so I could put this different color on here. So I like the way that looks better. And I'm kind of blending it. Okay. Now I'm going to do my eyebrows. I'm going to fill them in. They're really not as defined as they could be right now. So I'm looking for my eyebrow brush. Where is it? And I'm still looking. Okay, here it is. This is my eyebrow brush and it's angled. Now, usually you want to use a shade that's a little bit lighter than your eyebrows. But my eyebrows, they're actually pretty dark. So I'm going to use this Blackout, but I'm not going to use a whole lot. So this color right here. And then very gently, I'm going to make a line like this, right across there. And then I'm going to make a line at the top. It's very light. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to blend that in. Starting from the bottom and blend it in so it looks natural. Okay, I get a little bit more and I just blend it in very gently. I want to make sure that it stays looking natural. Then I go over to the edge. Kind of starting from underneath so I can fill that in. And I'm just blending that in. Okay, and then you end up with the natural shape. Okay, so I'm going to try to do the other side. And I'm going to start, make a line right here. And I'm going to make a line over top. And then I'm going to blend it in. Start at the bottom and pull it up. Blend it in. Then I'm just going to kind of fill it in. And I'll get more as needed. And naturally, my eyebrows would be pretty bushy. So if it looks a little thick, it's still natural on me because my eyebrows are bushy when they're not waxed or shaped. But I still follow the natural shape of my eyebrow. And right now I'm kind of wanting them to grow out so I can shape them a different way. Okay, so that's what it looks like. And the next thing I'll do is I'm going to use the same eyebrow brush, and I'm going to use eyeshadow to line it like an eyeliner. So I'm going to use this color. And this is called MIA. And it's a little bit darker than that shade that I used. And I'm going to pull this down, and I'm just going to use this brush to line my eyes. Okay. Get some more and do the other side. I'm going to do very soft so that I want everything to look natural. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing to the top. And if I wanted a more dramatic look, I would use regular eyeliner or even a liquid eyeliner. But since I'm trying to keep this look natural, I'm just going to use the blush to line it. Okay, it's going to be easier for me if I start on the outside and work my way in this side. And it's just very subtle. Okay. And the very last thing I'll do is put on the mascara. This is Double Wear Estee Lauder again. I think I got this for free, that's why I have that. But first I'll put it on the bottom, and I kind of make zigzags when I'm putting it on there, and that way I get each lash. Okay. And if it gets clump like this, you're going to want to wipe that off. Okay, now I'm going to do the top. Just wiping this off again. Again, I do a zigzag motion from the bottom all the way up to the top. And they do have the mascara with a little motor, I guess, in it that you can do that. And I always do this to make sure that I dry it, because it will smear and mess everything up. Okay, now I'm going to go to the other side. Zigzag, start from the bottom all the way up to the top, zigzag. And again, I'm just going to make sure that's dry before I open my eye, because I know it will smear. Okay, and then I'm going to go and do the inside. Okay. Then if there's any excess, I'm going to wipe that off. And really, if your mascara is pretty new, shouldn't be clumping too much. If it does, you might want to get some more. And this seems to be making more of a mess than usual. Okay. Just gonna get my brush, big brush, and blend everything in. Now I'm going to put on my lipstick, well, lip gloss. I'll just use a liner. It's a brownish color. It is NK. And I just got that from a local hair store. Just put some Vaseline on first, that way I don't have ashy lips. Okay, this is going to be a brown lip gloss. I don't even know what kind it is. I think it's CoverGirl. Sugar and Spice. Okay. Touch that up a little bit. That's the mascara. And I'll take my powder and I'll just set the look. Set everything with the powder. And I think I'm going to go back and put just a little bit more of the light color on the eyelids. And you could just barely tell. And I'm trying to put that above where I put the liner. Okay, and a little bit on the top. And blend it down a little bit. Okay. And that is that natural look. If you have any questions, be sure to put them in the comment section or you can subscribe. Bye-bye.